everyone, and happy Sunday, and happy Mother's Day also. Welcome to Snoozy Snippets. This is my new YouTube channel dedicated to talking about parenting and disability and chronic illness and the kind of mishmash of all of that, but also other things like self-care, which is obviously really important to people who are disabled, people who are chronically ill, and people who are parents, and, you know, everyone else. And just kind of other stuff as I feel it relates to all of the above. So since this is a new channel and this is something that I've never done before, I wanted to make a quick video just to say like, hello, and, you know, welcome, and also this is my plan and why I'm here. So that's what this is. Enjoy. I've wanted to make this YouTube channel for a really long time, but I didn't have the energy while I was working. And fortunately, I've had a recent health crisis, which has meant that I've had to leave work, which is, you know, terrible, but also not so terrible because I get to do something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. So every cloud has a silver lining. Well, most clouds have a kind of at least glittery lining, which is like something. So, you know, we're gonna take the lining. So my name is Siobhan Cagney Murphy. I'm 27 years old. I have
ME and CFS.
I can't remember my illnesses every time I do this list. I'm 27 years old and I have ME, CFS, fibromyalgia, migraines, and a 3-year-old. And that's it for now. But I am also under medical investigation. So, you know, there might be more things later. Probably not more 3-year-olds though. There's probably just going to be the one of those. Anyway, I'm a chronically ill / disabled parent. I've been sick since I was 15, so I'm well used to that, and been parenting for the last 3 years, so I kind of feel like I've got a handle on it now, ish, most of the time. I don't know. She's turning out okay, so, you know, it's fine, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the main reason that I wanted to make this YouTube channel and make these videos is because when I was beginning my parenting journey, I turned to the internet for advice, as many people do, and not just for parenting stuff, but for like lots of things throughout my adult life, and you'd be amazed at the number of bits of advice that you get that just aren't applicable to you if you have a chronic illness or disability. And this is everything from like, oh, you know, for the first trimester you have to make sure that you get out and walk for 30 minutes every day. Sure? Or if your newborn won't stop crying, that's fine, just take him on a little stroll. Or, oh, you want curly hair? Great! Here's a hairstyling technique that involves you holding up your arms and holding something heavy for 30 minutes. That's fine, right? No, it's not fine. So I wanted to make videos that people could look at to kind of see someone else's experience of this time as someone who had a chronic illness or disability and how it affected pregnancy and child rearing for me. And hopefully also kind of build and foster and tap into a community of people who are in a similar position, who have similar experiences, and who can also, you know, where we can all support each other. Speaking of which, there's a lot of people who are already kind of doing this sort of thing in other ways. I want to link their stuff below because if you're looking to this, then you're probably looking for this kind of information. So they're excellent resources, and anyone who I link below, I'm gonna like recommend with 10 out of 5 stars, you know. Unfortunately, when you go online looking for things, you sometimes come across people who are being maybe a little bit unkind, and this is usually just people who are able-bodied, who have an idea of parenting that's based on their own experience, and they have an idea of disability that's often unresearched, sometimes based on second-hand or third-hand experience that they believe to be true, and they can't adjust their idea of parenting to match their idea of disability, and they will say some very unkind things to and about disabled people who choose to be parents, and it can be really upsetting, and it can be more upsetting when that's the only resource that you can find and the only one that's kind of readily available. So by making videos like this and, you know, hoping that others make videos and series like this, yeah, I'm just hoping that we can kind of drown out those voices and give a more accurate representation of what a disabled or chronically ill parent looks like. I had another thing to say, and I'm just going to take a second and try to remember what that was, because brain fog is real. What was the other thing? I'm just going to check the laptop battery because I just... So, in terms of going forward, I have loads of videos planned, but also I'm not great as a person at follow through. I want to have a few series going at any given time and release videos once a week, preferably on Fridays. My first video, I decided, is going to be about managing toddlers and young children indoors during a pandemic, because, you know, that's where we're at right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and that's tough, and it's more tough when you can't get out of bed. So do a video on that. Then we'll be going into like the pre-parenting series and the pregnancy series, and with the help of my husband, Will.
Hello.
And my daughter, the kitten.
Hello.
And a few other special guests. I hope to destigmatise and demystify the disabled parenting journey and hopefully kind of entertain you all in the process. I'm so foggy. Jesus Christ. Okay. So if you're chronically ill or disabled and thinking about becoming a parent, or already a parent, or if you're just someone who none of this content applies to, but you know, you like to learn new things and go learn about experiences that are beyond your own, which, by the way, kudos if that's you, then please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that cheeky notification bell while you're down there. Ow! My feet are dead. Okay. I'll hopefully see you again on Friday for my first proper video, which will be about managing toddlers during a pandemic, which I really hope will only be applicable for, you know, about 3 weeks or so, and then I hope it's never applicable again.
Can I get that again, please?
No! Not an actress. I'd be a terrible actress. I keep like complaining and throwing a tantrum every 5 minutes.